What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Commander RestlessCorpse here. We're back with Elite Dangerous. I do have to apologize right off the bat for not having a video yesterday. Now, what happened yesterday was I finished all the stuff that I needed to do. First of all, I woke up like super late in the day, which usually doesn't have any bearing on whether or not I make a video for Elite Dangerous because I wake up super late on the days that I have off all the time. But yesterday I woke up with a crazy, like, ridiculous migraine. Now, this happens sometimes. It's actually happened to me a lot for the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years. I think it started around 2006, where, to be honest, I wake up maybe 3 to 4 times a week with a ridiculous, like, super painful migraine, nausea, all that stuff. And I haven't quite figured out what the hell the problem is, to be honest. But most of the time I can keep it kind of under wraps, and I guess you could probably see here that I found an Earth-like. So what I did yesterday was I logged on to Elite Dangerous, got all my recording stuff set up, and kind of just, you know, plotted a couple courses, jumped and stuff like that, trying to wait for it to go away. And I went maybe 1,000 light years from the day before's video, just waiting for this thing to kind of resolve itself. You know, I took some meds, I ate, and it just never went away, so I did not record. I just didn't feel up to it. So today I'm back to it, and I'm fine, but it's just something that I've lived with for a really long time. And most days I don't know, lately it actually hasn't been happening a whole lot. I don't really even know what the hell does it. And over the years I've gone through a lot of different, you know, things to try and fix it. When it first started happening, I thought it was because, like, I wasn't eating properly or something, so I kind of changed my diet, and that didn't help. I thought maybe it was dehydration at some point, and it might still be, because a lot of times, especially while I'm playing video games and stuff, I always have a bottle of water sitting next to my desk. It's all I drink is when I'm at home is water, and I always have it, you know, sitting there next to me, like I have one sitting right here. And I thought that maybe it was dehydration, so I started to drink more, and that didn't really help. A couple years after it started, one of my coworkers suggested maybe it might be a caffeine thing, because I used to drink a ridiculous amount of caffeine, like all the time, to the point where it didn't even really affect me at all. So I cut out caffeine, like cold turkey. I decided that day, was done with caffeine, stopped. And within a week, I stopped getting these migraines, like, at all. So I thought that was it. I stayed away from from caffeine. That's when I started drinking nothing but water when I'm at home, and, like, if I'm out, I'll drink maybe a Sprite or something. But eventually they started coming back. So that clearly was not the problem. And now, you know, I drink caffeine in moderation, but I don't know. I don't understand what the problem is. Now, to be honest, it's probably a sleep issue. Now, remember, I've talked about how I have a, like, crazy case of insomnia. It just, I don't, like, I'm unmedicated for this. I don't know if there is any kind of medication for insomnia other than, like, sleeping pills, which I do not want to take. And the problem with me and, like, maybe taking sleeping pills is, I know a lot of people will, you know, take their sleep. You kind of have to get on a routine with them, and they'll take their sleeping pills at a certain time so that they'll always fall asleep at a certain time, and it kind of keeps you asleep for a certain amount of time, and you wake up kind of always around the same time. And I just said time like a whole bunch of times in that sentence. But the reason I don't take sleeping pills is because my needs, like my sleeping needs and my activity needs and stuff like that, vary on a day-to-day basis. So I would never be able to get into an actual routine for it, so I don't do it. Plus, I'm not really a meds kind of person, and this may sound weird, but a lot of meds kind of freak me out. As a matter of fact, it took me a really long time and someone kind of talking me into it to even take more than 2 aspirin a day, regardless of how crazy my headache was, aspirin or ibuprofen. Like, I'm worried. I don't know, meds just freak me out. And I've heard, horror stories and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe it's like there's not a whole lot of things that I'm afraid of in this world. I'm usually just kind of blasé about everything, but taking too many meds kind of is one of those things that freaks me out. So, and I really did not mean to talk about this entire time, but it is something about me, and I guess you guys, you guys are my bros. Like I've always said, that the whole point of this channel is to, have fun with people and, treat these videos and this channel like you guys are just kind of sitting next to me playing this game and we're just talking. So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Today I woke up with another one, but it didn't last very long. So I think it's just, to be honest, I think it's sleep. Like if I were to get on a foolproof sleep schedule, I think that they would go away entirely. There is another factor that I don't really want to get into, that I did get into on one of my art videos a long time ago, but I don't want to bring it up. It's not that important to the videos and the channel and the day-to-day life, I guess. But so today, obviously, this is, I only missed one day. I apologize, and we're back here. Now, I do kind of want to talk about something that's completely unrelated to Elite Dangerous today. And it's something that is crazy, and it's in the YouTube community. Now, before we get into there, though, I'm going to preface this by saying that there are a lot of weird channels. At least, they're not weird channels, but it's weird for me to be subscribed to them and watch them every day. So, I haven't played a Call of Duty game in years. Like, I'm just not into them anymore. To be honest, this last Black Ops, I think Black Ops 3 was the first one that I didn't buy. And I know I just said I haven't played them in years, but I mean online. Like, I generally buy them and I play the single player because they're interesting, and I like, the set pieces in the game and the stories, and just, I love FPS in general. But I haven't played Call of Duty competitively in a long time. And then when Black Ops 3 came out, wasn't even really interested in the single player at all either, didn't buy it. But for some reason, there are a couple of channels that basically exclusively do Call of Duty content that I enjoy. For what I have no clue why, but like Kostef TK. Now, maybe it's his trolling video aspects. They crack me up. I watch them a lot. There's also Scarce. I watch Scarce a lot, and that's like, I don't know. His are more of like a YouTubing news over Call of Duty gameplay, and I'm a big fan of like H3H3 Productions, and Leafy is here. Now here's the deal. So Leafy made a mistake, guys. I don't know if any of you know who Leafy is. I don't know if you know who H3H3 Productions is, and like their other channel, Ethan and Ela. So Leafy and H3H3 Productions, and by extension Ethan and Ela, are reaction channels. Now, reactions, in my opinion, are like the most terrible kinds of videos that can be put on YouTube. Sorry about that. And it's generally like somebody will watch somebody else's video and react to it. Now, the difference between normal like reaction videos and H3H3 Productions and also Leafy is here, is that they don't just record themselves watching the damn video. They talk about it and they make jokes about it, and they, you know, have, well, in the case of H3H3 Productions, have like decent production values where they come up with skits and things like that to talk about these videos. And H3H3 Productions just cracks me the hell up, and Leafy generally does too. And to be honest, the video that he got, so before I say that, Leafy got into some trouble because he did a reaction video. I don't remember whose video it was, as Tommy something, NC 2010, something like that. And he did a video of this guy, or on this guy's video. It was like a cringe video, okay? And he was making fun of the guy and joking around. And apparently a big portion of Leafy's fan base, because Leafy has over 1 million subscribers, and so does H3H3 Productions. So Leafy did this video, and a lot of his subscribers went and harassed this Tommy guy, right? And it prompted Tommy to make another video, like, you know, kind of wondering what the hell is going on and why everybody is giving him all these death threats and making fun of him and stuff. It turns out this Tommy guy has autism. So Leafy understandably caught a lot of shit for making fun of this guy with autism. Now, I don't condone that at all. I have always been the live and let live type of guy. I don't make fun of people. I don't, you know, call people out on their bullshit. Well, I mean, in real life, I might call someone out on their bullshit. I'm kind of a curmudgeon, but I never make fun of people. That's not my thing. I have a lot, you know, to be honest, none of us are innocent when it comes to things that could be made fun of. And I don't know, I've just never really been that type of person. I'm a chill guy, you know, I get along with everyone. So when I was watching the video, now granted, I didn't know the guy was autistic either. But while I was watching the video, I was just like, this is not one of Leafy's best videos. Like, it seems like he's reaching. This guy, you know, he doesn't seem like, he kind of seemed a little socially inept or something like that. And, you know, I don't know. I just think that with the last few videos that Leafy's been doing, he's picking on people. Like, he's being a bully. But I didn't unsub or anything like that because I know that, you know, maybe he's just going through a rough patch for content. And I just, you know, while I don't support or I don't condone that type of stuff, I try not to support it. But Leafy has had some really funny, like, legitimate commentaries on things. So I was giving him a pass, and this is before I knew dude was autistic. And I was giving him a pass just because the video is not that great. And you know what? People make bad videos. I'm pretty sure I make bad videos, you know, where you might be like, oh man, that video was kind of there's not really anything going on that. But I would assume that if you think that about one of my videos, you're obviously not going to immediately unsub. You're just going to wait and see if it gets better next time. So that's the mindset that I had with Leafy's video. Well, the very next day, all hell broke loose. Okay? There are a lot of different other, like, YouTube news sites that I occasionally check on, and everybody's talking about it. I'm going to throw this out there, and I want you guys to understand that I do not support this person's channel. And I'm not talking about Leafy, I'm talking about the one that I'm about to tell you. I do not support this person's channel. I think the person who runs it is a terrible person. He is a psychopath. He is a sociopath. He is absolutely mean to everyone. He acts like a giant child. He's a racist. He's a terrible person. And I'm talking about Keemstar in Drama Alert. But once in a while, I'm not subbed to Drama Alert, but it shows up in my feed a lot. Now, once in a while, one of his video titles will catch my eye, and I'll watch a little bit of it. I always have to skip through his intro, though, because his intro bugs the shit out of me to the point where I actually have to skip through it. I don't know why he makes this fucking weird thing with his face while he's saying it, and he says it in some weird accent because he's an American or Canadian, I don't know, but he does not have an accent. But he does his intro in this way. It's very hard to explain unless you've seen it. I cannot stand it. So I always skip to like 22 or 23 seconds in his videos just to get over that. But so he was talking about it, and he brought up and I saw in my inbox that, you know, H3H3 Productions had done a video on it because I'm subbed to them, and I went and I checked out their video, and Ethan from H3H3 is friends with Leafy. Like, they're friends. They correspond a lot. They don't do videos together or anything, but they're friends. Like, they talk and on Twitter and stuff like that, and they're friends. But even what do we have here? Nope, that's metal. See, you can see it looks like land masses, but it's just one of these, but with an atmosphere. So I went and watched Ethan's video, and Ethan made a lot of good points in H3H3 Productions. Because in the comments of that video, everybody was calling him a hypocrite and stuff because he and Leafy make the same kind of content. Except that in H3H3 Productions, they make jokes and skits and stuff about it, whereas Leafy just plays CSGO, like surfing or something, and talks over it. So, but Ethan was saying that with H3H3 Productions, they like screen what they're going to talk about, and they stay away from certain things, and they don't bully people. They make fun of videos that deserve being made fun of, but they don't make fun of like people, I guess. They make fun of videos, whereas in Leafy's video, he was making fun of the person. So I completely agree with that, but it's crazy that, you know, even friends, like even Ethan, being a friend of Leafy's, had to call him out on it. That's how bad it was. Now, today when I woke up, I, you know, was looking through my subs, and I saw that Leafy had put out an apology video, and it's a very heartfelt apology. And oh, here we go. Nope, that's a water world. It's a very heartfelt apology, and I am very happy that Leafy put this out. Hopefully it's kind of like a wake-up call for the stuff that he's been doing, to maybe take a little bit more time to kind of work on like what he's going to talk about, and the quality of his roasting, I guess we'll call it. That's what the kids call it these days. Because it just seemed like maybe he was starved for content, because he does release a video every day. He's starved for content, so he kind of just started bullying people. And I use that term lightly because apparently nowadays bullying is a big problem. Look, when I was in school, I got bullied. It wasn't a big deal. I dealt with it. Nobody's parents got called. No teachers got called. No police got called. It was just, you get bullied, you get over it. But bullying nowadays, apparently everybody is crazy, and there's all this hashtag triggered and all this crap, and it's just like, it's not the same world as it used to be when I was a teenager. So you have to be so much more careful now, and it's ridiculous. And Leafy being a really young guy, he's 20, I believe, you know, maybe this is like a learning thing for him. Maybe it's a lesson learned, and he'll do better. Because I know that, I think that he lost a whole bunch of subs. I don't know. But it does need to be said, though, that Leafy did not call his subs to action to go harass this person. He did not. Nothing in his video could be misconstrued as anything like, hey, go make fun of this guy. He never does that. But his fans do it. And that's the problem with these kinds of videos, is that if the YouTube personality is sitting here making fun of someone, then it stands to reason that his fans are also the types of people that would make fun of him. Now, here's the deal. Leafy's not actually that way in person, from what I gather, and from what I hear from, you know, other sources. Other sources and things like that, is he does his videos all in good fun. Like, he's actually been on, like, debates and things with some of the quote-unquote victims of his videos, where he was actually, you know, he was very friendly and apologetic. If it really turned out that they were very upset about things, he would apologize. They would bury the hatchet. That just seems like the kind of guy that Leafy is, and that's why I took to him, rather than kind of passing him off as just another asshole reaction channel who makes fun of people. Like, he seems like a good guy, and he's funny. Like, I agree, some of his stuff is pretty funny. Oh, I didn't even check the system map here. But the whole point of this is that YouTube has become like kind of a battleground, and I'm glad I'm not in any of that. I'm glad that I didn't choose to do like a reaction channel, even though this video is kind of reaction-y, I guess. But it's more a reaction to the drama rather than someone's content. But I just find it weird that I follow a lot of this stuff, especially from the Call of Duty community. Like, I know way more about FaZe and Optic than I should have ever known, and Team Caliber and stuff like that. I shouldn't know anything about these groups because I don't care about Call of Duty. I don't care about you know, pro players and things. I don't care about any of this stuff. But for some reason, I watch these videos and I know about this stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm going on around 22 minutes here. So, let's see what we've got going. I've got 13 jumps to my next target, which is, it's just a T-Tari, but it's a big star T-Tari. Because what I need to do, I am too low on the galactic plane. I need to go back up. Because I actually ran into a patch where there wasn't really anything. Like, there weren't... you know how, like, on the galaxy map, I keep everything but Wolf Rayet, Protostar, or not Protostars, Wolf Rayets, White Dwarves, Carbon Stars, Non-Sequence Stars, O's and A's. I think O's and B's, one of the two. I keep those are the only things that I show on the galaxy map, and in the area that I was in, that I ended up in after jumping so far today or yesterday, trying to come up with something to record, or trying to not feel like shit to record. I ended up in a spot where the galaxy map, it looked like there was nothing there. That's how sparse the stuff that I actually want to find is. So we're moving back up, because I also noticed on the actual galactic map that I was way too low, and I'd eventually have to go back up anyway. But considering that the current target is a big star, but it's a T-Tari, which means there's probably nothing there, I am going to go ahead and end the video here. I just wanted to talk about what is going on with, like, a lot of the YouTubers that I follow, or just YouTubers in general. Like, there's some crazy shit going on, and I can assure you that I will never, ever, ever be on that side of it, because once again, I'm just not that kind of person. I try not to, you know, make fun of people. That's just not my thing. In any case, if you like this video, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more videos of Elite Dangerous or any of the other videos that I've done, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have anything to say, throw it down in the comments. Remember, I'm Commander RestlessCorpse. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Can't let me forget that, guys, because it's important.
Eject. 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 Eject.